Welcome back, students. Let's continue with chapter 4, Weathering and Soil Formation. Now you all need to know what is the meaning of soil. Soil is a natural resource and is the most important layer of the earth's crust. Now how is this soil formed? Soil formation is dependent upon weathering as well as three additional processes. Now let's focus on the three processes which leads to the formation of soil. The first one is the organic activity. Organic activity results in the accumulation of plant and animal material and the mixing of this material in the uppermost soil layer through burrowing of animals and the sorting of soil materials is done by the action of organisms like termites, ants and worms. Now the second process is leaching and precipitation. What is leaching? Leaching is the removal of soluble mineral matter like ions from the upper horizon, that is upper layer, to lower horizon of soil. This finally leads to precipitation wherein the solid matter is formed in the subsoil as a result of the solution that has been washed down from the upper horizon. And the last process in the formation of soil is alluviation and illuviation. Alluviation, what it represents? It represents the physical transport of fine, that is clay particles, downward into groundwater, whereas illuviation is the accumulation of these particles below. Now we'll see the several factors controlling the formation of soil. The first factor is parent rock. What it refers to? It refers to the mineral or organic material from which the soil is formed. And the property of the soil, it depends on the property of its parent rock. That means if the parent rock is red sandstone, then the color of the soil that is formed will also be red in color. And it will possess the same properties of red sandstone. Second one is climate. This is probably the most important factor that can shape the formation of soils. Now we'll focus on certain factors that determines the rate of weathering. They are temperature, precipitation and the kind of organic materials available on and inside of the soils. All these factors, they determine the rate of weathering. The climatic condition of the area also determines the vegetation, which in turn affects the soil again. Next factor is relief. This refers to the position of the landscape and the slopes it has. If the slopes are steep and long, then the water will run down faster and erode the surfaces of slopes, which in turn will lead to poor soil on the slope and richer soil at the foot. The last factor is time. Soil takes many years to form. Younger soils may still have some characteristics from their parent material, but with the passage of time, they collect additional organic matter and are exposed to moisture and other environmental factors. This in turn can give them features different from the parent material and may also result in the transformation of another type of soil. Next topic of explanation is soil composition. Soil is basically a mixture of four materials, that is weathered rock particles, organic matter, water and air. Weathered rock particles are the main ingredients of soil. Soils differ depending on which rock particles it came from. Like for example, soil formed from the rock particles of granite will differ from the soil that is formed from the rock particles of limestone. Water and air each make up about 20 to 30% of soil's volume. Organic matter, it makes about 5%. Organic matter in soil, it comes from where? From the remains and waste products of plants, animals and other living organisms. For example, we can say leaves that fall to a forest floor, they decay and become part of the soil. So, the decayed organic matter that is present in the soil is known as humus. The composition of a soil determines what you can grow in it, what you can build on it, and what happens to the rainwater that falls on it. Next one is soil profile. Soil can be divided into a series of distinct horizontal layers that is known as the soil horizon, which is clear from this diagram. And these are collectively termed as soil profile. Each horizon is designated by a letter. Here it is very clear, that is O horizon, then A horizon, we have B horizon, then we have C horizon and then D horizon. For example, B is the layer of soil with properties that differ from those of the layer above or below it, which means each horizon will have separate properties that will vary from each other. In some places, there may also be a layer of dead leaves and other organic matter at the surface of the ground. Now let's look into the different layers of soil. The first one, the A horizon, it is the upper layer of soil and it is commonly called as topsoil. And this topsoil, it contains the most organic matter of the three horizons. Since the A horizon contains humus, it is often dark in color. Next one is B horizon. It lies just below the A horizon. It has little organic matter, due to which it is brownish or reddish in color and contains clay and minerals that have been washed down from the A horizon. Next one is the C horizon. It is the deepest layer of the soil, containing the largest and least weathered rock particles. What is the color? Its color is typically light yellowish brown. The last horizon is the D horizon. The D horizon lies right below the C horizon and is not a layer of soil, but instead of it, it contains the parent rock from which the weathered rock particles found in the C horizons are formed. Next, we'll study about soil erosion. What is the meaning of soil erosion? Soil erosion refers to the process by which the topsoil is removed. What it leads to? This leads to the loss of its fertility, which means due to soil erosion, the soil loses its fertility. Physical as well as cultural factors, it leads to soil erosion. Wind speed, intensity of rainfall and slope of the land are some physical factors. There are cultural factors also, which includes overgrazing, deforestation, practice of unscientific farming methods, etc. Now, we need to conserve the soil. What is soil conservation and why is it important? That we'll see to it. Soil conservation, they are the initiatives that are taken to solve the problems of land degradation, particularly the soil erosion. It is important because soil is crucial for many aspects of human life, as it provides food, filters for air, and water, and also helps to decompose biological waste into nutrients for new plant life. Now we'll see the importance of conserving soil. The first one, the soil is literally the foundation of plant life. That means fertile soil will lead to the better growth of the plants. And in the absence of the good soil, plants would naturally die, which would affect the entire ecosystem. Second one is soils provide air for gaseous exchange between roots and atmosphere. Third one, the soil additionally supports the animal kingdom. Without plants, the animals depending on them would also suffer. Soil is also home to numerous creatures. Next one is soil is very necessary for clean water supply. Let's see how it is. Water that flows onto soil is purified by natural filtering processes, making it less toxic before it reaches any destination, like a river or the ocean. It's diverted to. The last topic is the different methods how we can conserve the soil. The first method is afforestation. Increasing forest cover or vegetation by planting more trees will help to conserve the soil. Roots of plants, we all know, it holds the soil firmly so that it does not get swept away by rain or water. Next method is checking of overgrazing. This is another important method how we can conserve soil. Overgrazing is mostly due to negligence and ignorance of people, but if checked, it can help to protect the condition of the soil and restore pastures naturally. The third method is terrace farming. Slopes can also retain some of its topsoil by cutting them into steps. Without the smoothness of slopes, rainwater cannot wash out the topsoil easily, and some of it gets deposited along the steps. The last method of soil conservation is crop rotation. When a field is used for the cultivation of different types of crops, the minerals in the soil do not get exhausted quickly. Therefore, crop rotation also helps to replenish soil fertility. With this, I come to the end of chapter 4. Thank you.